This week on the Anime Alchemists Podcast. This week on Martine's hot takes and us getting pissed at him.
I'm having hot takes. All right.
Now, we can't ever really have Sam on the podcast.
For legal reasons.
Yeah.
For legal reasons.
We live in a school zone.
I was just about to say.
Can I just say something that, like, it was like my first thought within the first 30 seconds of this most recent episode? Yeah, you don't just start an episode really talking about how great life is if shit's not about to hit
The fucking fan.
The biggest complaint I see online is people saying the adaptation seems slow, which, if it seems slow, it's because you're focusing and trying to view it as a shonen where you need constant action. And really, in my opinion, what I enjoy most with isekai is
Welcome back to the Anime Alchemists Podcast. My name is Emery.
my name is Sam.
My name is Gary.
My name's Martine.
So yeah, if you guys haven't noticed, Sam's on the podcast.
What's up? Thanks for having me back.
Welcome back for the
I believe-
23rd time.
Yeah, I was gonna say the most reoccurring member of the podcast.
Mhm.
One of the only few people that have been interviewed while we were at Anime Matsuri.
Yes, this is true.
Appreciate you guys for listening. You guys know what we're about at this point. Whether you guys are listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, maybe you guys are checking out the video on YouTube. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn those notifications on. If you guys like what we're doing, if you guys have any ideas for fun topics, let us know in the comments. If you guys think we're dog shit, let us know in the comments. I want to know about that too.
Especially that.
Especially if you don't like Sam's hot takes.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those episodes where you guys are going to be like, that one guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Why do they keep bringing him back? Because he's funny, that's why.
And honestly, I like the reactions I get out of you guys with him.
This is true.
All right, now let's talk about some anime. Like always,
Spoiler warning.
if you guys don't know,
warning.
spoiler warning will get you 10% off on some G Fuel, or use our link in our description for additional discounts. Now let's talk about some anime.
Yes, sir.
To kind of kick things off, because we do have a guest, we want to have some fun. So we're going to bring back a fun game that we've done in the past. I'm pretty sure you guys all enjoyed for the most part. It is Anime Guess the Imposter. So we're going to have a category. 3 of us are going to know who the character is. One of us is an imposter, and we got to figure out who it is. So the first one up for category is going to be blue-haired waifus. We did this one specifically for you, Sam.
I appreciate it.
That was me. I came up with that.
Yeah.
My favorite category. Let's go.
Yeah, of course.
So
And please, like, shake it. Because I kept getting the imposter every time. The first time we played.
Now it was rigged.
They're all imposters.
It's almost fun. Can't shoot Martine off the airlock.
Oh,
Huh.
okay. Do you want me to start?
Yeah, we can go like that way, I guess.
Okay. Intelligent.
Are we just doing one word?
Yes.
Loaded.
Skilled.
Okay, yeah.
Loyal.
Old.
Emotional.
Judgmental.
Experienced.
Huh. Scientist.
Weak.
Ooh.
Mom.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of getting difficult.
Yeah, because I don't want to give it away.
Oh, it's him.
So who do we think the imposter is, guys?
You.
I can't fucking think of anything, and I have no clue of what y'all are talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Bulma.
Bulma, scientist. Oh, that should have given it away.
Loaded.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what you meant in terms of loaded. I was like,
He said old.
That's why I said it. It's him.
what did I say? Experienced?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
fair.
Yeah, like the things I'm not gonna lie. Immediately, my thought was Gary. He
Yeah.
paused for too long on that first round. That
good
I
luck,
was
Really?
imposter. Oh wow. You don't
Dude,
even
I
get
fucking
to
saw
know.
that seconds after I said, I hope I don't get it. And I shit you not, I like my mouth went like,
Oh, dude.
Why?
That was good. That
We
was
need
good.
more people to play this. That way I don't fucking get it each time.
We need
God.
more mics.
Yeah.
All right. Next category is One Piece Daddies.
One Piece Daddies.
Mhm.
Okay. More. More. More.
Like popcorn.
Did you mute yourself?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's that mic.
We're doing it live.
Huh. Okay.
Who wants to start?
Well, Martine, you were the imposter last time, so you go first.
All right. Also experienced.
Yeah.
Are we going this way now?
Mhm.
Bless you.
Mhm.
Oh, this
Yeah.
way?
Yeah. Opposite way. Wow.
Very suspicious.
Wings.
Okay.
Okay. Dedicated.
Uh-huh.
Devil fruit user.
Did you say that twice?
Dedicated?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No. Powerful.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
Strong.
God damn it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's cutting it.
Just because you have a devil fruit don't mean you're strong.
Yeah. I'm looking suspicious.
It is
Anyway,
if you are a daddy.
Mm.
important.
Doctor.
You know what? I promise that I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
just when you put me on the spot like that. Fruity.
Megane-kun.
I get it. I fucking get it.
Megane-kun. He's got glasses.
That's
Okay.
not an adjective. Wait, what is mega what?
Megane.
Is that an adjective for that?
I mean, it means you have glasses.
I didn't know that. Cool. Okay. All right, I'll give it to you.
It's totally Sam, bro.
It's totally Sam.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gotta be. Yeah, it's fucking Sam. At first, I really thought it was you. I was like,
I don't know what else I can
Oh, I
say.
was about to be like pineapple, but I was like, no, don't
oh, that's
give
like
it
soup.
away.
I thought y'all gave it away when you said wings, and I was like, dog,
He
really?
said wings.
Oh.
Yeah, well,
Someone said
I
wings.
said devil
I
fruit.
mean,
Wait, can I guess it?
Yeah.
It was Marco.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever someone said doctor, I was thinking chopper, but then I'm like, wings. Someone said pineapple, and I'm like, okay, now
Yeah,
I.
he said
Said-
fruity.
I said fruity.
When you
Yeah.
said fruity, I was like, the fuck?
Yeah. I was trying to be on the nose about it.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
that one was fun.
Beginning really throws us all off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't. And
Me,
like,
me pausing? I'm okay with y'all thinking I'm the imposter.
see, like that's
I
the
don't
thing.
care.
You do it intentionally. I do it like, fuck, think of something, you idiot. You literally know who it is.
I'm just trying to think of something like, okay, what's already been said that I can't repeat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, I
It
try
said
to go-
dedicated. I was like,
Like he said, like intelligent, and I was like, experienced, because like you would assume that if you're intelligent, you're semi-experienced.
you said experience. I was like, he said that again too.
Big titty waifus.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. So what imposter? The adjective, big titty.
Mm-hmm. Sam?
Big head.
Which way? This way or that way?
That way.
Long legs.
Horny.
Loyal.
Dedicated.
Oh my god. Again. Dedicated. Dedicated. To who, motherfucker? God damn it.
The cause.
Maid outfit.
Maid outfit?
Oh no, I guess you're right. I've seen too much fan art. Good fighter.
Okay. Impulsive.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Egotistical.
Family oriented.
Okay. Uh-huh. That's not wrong in the slightest, but not what I would say.
Oh my god. She's good at using her head.
Stubborn.
Willful.
Willful. What the fuck?
Willful?
What the fuck
What
do
do
you
you
mean
mean
by that?
Oh, you guys gotta tell me that Luffy's not willful. Strong-willed.
I think
Like-
Luffy got big titties.
No.
Well, I
It's
mean,
an
Tank
adjective.
Man. I mean,
Man, Tank Man thick.
Tank Man. Like,
I'm kind of. I thought this was big titty waifu.
that's what I thought too.
No, I'm trying to like. It's an adjective for a willful individual.
Right. I'm
Huh.
suspicious.
I'm mounting in suspicion of you.
I was gonna say loser.
Loser.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, depends on who you ask, I guess.
I mean, I'll explain at the end, but yeah.
Former orphan.
That's actually.
See, I feel like
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
I feel like
I think so, right? Ah, shit. I don't know.
You
I
feel
know
like you
it.
got it?
What's
I
that?
think
That's
you're
what
the
he's saying.
I would say.
imposter.
I'm pretty sure it's you.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
Emery too. That was
Yeah.
my initial thought.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
Willful lost
Who-
me.
who
I
is
was
it?
like,
Oh, I have no idea.
It's Ulti.
I said horny, and he immediately was like, "Oh yeah," and I'm like,
I was like good at
Yeah?
using her head.
What established the horn fetish, bro?
"Yeah." Well, no. If you would have done the same thing you did last time, where you're like,
It's-
"What?"
it's
and you're
not
like,
what
"Wait,"
established it.
then I would have believed you.
Gotcha.
It's
I-
what confirmed it.
And I just consider her a loser because literally the only thing I remember from her is she just gets one shot by Yamato. Just
And then
it looks
starts
like she-
bullying Nami and Usopp.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have to pick on the weak ones because I'm no longer considered a strong one.
for sure. Well, she's still strong.
Hold on. We're gonna call that big titty.
Yeah. You need a
I
picture?
mean, bro.
The judges have
come
spoken.
on. Yeah, no, those are pretty big.
Whoever said family oriented, fucking good. That was great.
It was really good. I was like, man, that's.
That was the first thing that came to mind. I'm just like,
Titty size is literally a C, and she's like a triple D.
This is who you guys picked.
What category?
Oh.
This is JJK Daddies.
JJK
Oh my
daddy.
God. This is a daddy.
All right.
That's what I'm like.
And daddy has no age or no things. It's just a strong, sexy, confident man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
Okay.
daddy. No age.
I can go first.
Okay. Wait, no, Gary hasn't gone first.
Oh,
oh yeah.
Go for it. We'll go in reverse, I guess, since we keep going this way.
Handsome.
That's
I
like
mean-
a requirement.
Prerequisite for being a daddy.
hmm
Which way are we going? This way.
Did I not count?
Oh. Say emo.
Gross powers.
I thought I was gonna say dedicated again.
Oh.
It's not wrong.
Dedicated to the cause.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
It's totally Martine. Obsessed. Or obsessive.
Okay, yeah, I
Mhm.
can give you that.
Seeks vengeance.
Family oriented.
Overpowered.
Yeah.
Mm,
See, you're confirming it for him because you know it's him.
I was gonna say, are there two imposters this round?
Funny hair.
I'm gonna say clutch.
Clutch.
hmm
So generic.
He shows up in important moments.
You could say that about every Jujutsu Kaisen character
Uh,
ever, bro.
Man, he got.
Have you
so
read
close.
anything?
This is Jump Jutsu Kaisen, so
Yeah, I'm saying.
He got really close to accomplishing what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
see, I don't think it's you, but then you just say stuff like that, and I'm like, what?
I'll be honest, I haven't got anything else.
You got one more.
Well,
in.
you see,
Come on.
yeah, like without it being too obvious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a vote. It's Martine.
Damn.
I'm gonna be honest.
Who was it though?
Chozo.
It's Joseph.
Chozo. Oh, I thought it was fucking what's Gojo's friend's name?
Ghetto?
Ghetto. Yeah, I thought it was Ghetto.
Oh.
Because you said gross powers. I'm like, that is kind of gross. He has to like eat the
Uh,
fucking thing.
Like a
Yeah.
nerdy old rag.
And honestly, I was gonna go like, I was just gonna shoot my shot, and I was gonna go for racist. And if that landed, then it would have been him. But yeah, no. Then the family stuff came up. Someone said something
I said
family.
family oriented.
Family oriented, and I was like, well, shit, what the fuck do we know about Ghetto's family? And I knew it wasn't Toji, because like that's just too obvious.
Toji's not
I
family
would have thought for sure that would have been
Said,
like
"Fuck my
at least
family."
brothers.
If you said brother, that would have been obvious.
Yeah.
The family oriented specifically. I didn't think that far ahead.
That's
I don't
right.
consider him a daddy. I just consider him like. I don't
He's just
know,
a dude.
He's just a dude.
Oni-chan.
Is there one more? There's one more, right?
Is there one more? Oh my god.
Oh, there is one
Oh
more?
my god. Dude, I suck at
I
this
don't even
game.
know what this one is. Oh, yeah, I do know what this one is.
Mm.
Racist anime characters.
Ghetto. Let's go. Please be Frieza. Please be
Please
Frieza.
be Frieza.
You filthy monkeys.
Oh, I got to.
Oh, you got to.
God fucking damn it. Can I go first?
Mm-hmm.
Powerful.
Mm.
I'll come across this table and
Uh-huh.
fuck you up right now.
Yeah.
My way.
Yeah.
Lost.
God damn it.
Damn it! I thought we were going wrong. All right. Come on, bro.
Sword.
You got lucky. He got so fucking lucky.
It's pretty bad whenever all of us.
I don't want it to be obvious, but he's like lost.
Sword or swords?
He's gonna sit in here like he surprised Pikachu with every word. We're all cracking up. He's just like, I have no idea what's going on right now.
I don't know. Hardworking.
I guess.
Are we able to use more than one word?
I guess so. We kind of have.
Yeah.
Okay. Afraid of stairs.
Did I miss an episode? What?
You skipped around. That's where you fucked up, Sam.
This is very true.
Now I'm really curious. I don't know if it's one of you two.
Sleepy?
Okay.
No, I know exactly who it
I know
is now.
exactly who it is.
Yeah.
He says sleepy. Three sword style.
God damn it.
Okay. Well,
Drunk.
Drunk. There you go.
Oh, that's a good one.
that is a
Yeah.
good one.
He's a drunk.
Loyal.
I'll give you that. Stupid.
Dedicated.
I was gonna say that too. Actually.
Dedicated.
Womanizer.
I call cap. I call total cap.
What are you talking about?
Womanizer.
Bro, he's willing to run any woman's shit.
True, but
Clearly not.
literally like every
Really?
single one.
Okay,
that
it
meets
took a
him
while.
wants it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It took a while? What is it? Whiskey Peak? Not Whiskey
Tashigi.
Peak. No,
Yeah.
not Tashigi. Well, yeah, I mean, there's.
Okay. Well,
What is it? Miss Va-
We
not
all
Miss
know who it
Valentine.
is.
all know who it
We all
is.
know who it is.
The king of racist.
All right.
Alright.
So you do agree.
let's take a vote. Let's just take the vote.
All right. Ready?
Yeah, I really think it's him.
100%.
It's Gary.
Definitely Gary.
You fucking asshole. Just because I'm slow at like figuring shit
No,
out.
no. Like you. I knew that you knew it was Zoro, but there was just they answered so quickly, and then you took like a slight second. I was like, no, it's gotta be.
As soon as I said lost,
he
and us-
said
and we were
lost, it was
laughing,
like,
and he
okay,
just-
well-
yeah.
Yeah. You gave it away with Lost.
I mean, could have been
Now,
anybody.
I'm going to be completely honest. We were really hoping that Martine was going to get the imposter for that one. I actually did that.
Is that?
Like, I could have
Is
gotten
there
the
one more
imposter.
bag
You still
No,
would have
that was-
been.
Yep. Nope, that was all of them.
Was it?
Yep.
Jesus Christ, this game is fucking insane. The next time we play, let's play with like more people, because then this can be so much more chaotic.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you guys
Cool.
enjoyed that, if you guys have maybe a category that we can do next time for it, let us know in the comments.
All right.
Now, we can't ever really have Sam on the podcast
For
without
legal reasons.
Yeah.
For legal reasons.
We live in a school zone.
I was just about to say. You're in my fucking mind, bro.
Every time I come here, I am abused.
Dude, how do you always manage to
Oh my
say exactly what I'm thinking?
We were just.
I don't know if I can recover from that one. Especially considering the show we're talking.
Oh my god, honestly.
That's why he's on the list.
No, we always have to make sure to save a good amount of conversation over one of our favorite isekais, Mushoku Tensei, or Jobless Reincarnation, as most people know it.
You mean the only isekai you've watched, Martine?
Fuck off. All right, I have seen a handful
he watched
now.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
You gave ReZero a try, and then you
I
just
did.
complained about the whole thing.
I
So
didn't complain about the whole thing. I thought it was fine. I've seen, and y'all don't give me enough credit. I know I haven't seen as many isekai as y'all, but coming from someone that doesn't like isekai, I've still seen a fair amount.
Just click the anime.
Yeah, click it. I've seen it.
episode 1.
Hey,
done.
2 seasons of Shield Hero, first season of Sword Art, fucking first season of ReZero, the obvious ones, right?
Okay.
What else? I know there's another one. I did give Slime a try. I'm gonna come back to it because I'll actually finish the season, so I can officially say that I've seen that one. But I gave it a try. And there's another one too. Well, obviously, Mushoku Tensei. I've seen like a fair amount.
Okay.
Don't you? I don't want to. Quiet.
Did you ever watch oh fuck, I always forget the name. Welcome to McRonald's. Can't take
Oh yeah,
your
and that one
order.
too. And I've seen a reverse isekai. So give me a little bit of credit.
Okay, I'll give you a little bit.
That was a part timer. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you.
not
That was
enough
my
to not bust your balls.
Yeah, fair.
See?
Yeah. Well, I'm here to talk about Mushoku Tensei because Core
Against only
2 came back finally.
yes.
And Sam has, well, me and Sam watch the episodes, right? Every time they come out over the weekend. And he provides exquisite commentary on it. Sometimes a lot more than necessary. He's like, wait, pause it real quick. And you're like, did you see that book? Did you see what it said? And I'm like, Sam, I love you. Sam, you're my fucking brother at this point. There are times where you pause it, and I have told you, Sam, if you tell me to pause it one more fucking time, I'm kicking you out of the Discord. Let me watch the episode, and then we will talk about it. He's like, okay, fair. But
Pause this
go
episode
back.
real quick. No.
But no, it's been really, really nice because one of the things that I struggle with Mushoku Tensei is that a week to week watching for this show sometimes can like hurt because I forget certain small details, and this is that type of show that like every detail is kind of important, so it makes for a better binge in my opinion than watching week to week. But overall, I guess, do we want to talk about just the school arc in general and kind of like what we've seen recently?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, well, by
that's
the
a good
time
starting place for y'all.
by the time this episode comes out, there's a break this weekend, the weekend of this recording.
Mhm.
So by the time this comes out, like we can't talk about everything that's kind of come out this whole segment.
Yeah.
Before, which is
Up until basically like turning point 3 is what we'll be discussing.
Yeah. Turning
like
point 3.
Yeah.
Can I just say something that like it was like my first thought within the first 30 seconds of this most recent episode? Yeah, you don't just start an episode really talking about how great life is if shit's not about to hit
The fucking fan. I said the same
We
shit.
were chilling. And it's like, this is nice. And then it's like, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Martine
This
literally
isn't
goes-
good.
He looked at me. He's like, "Yeah, I had the same thought."
Yeah, no, I mean, is that not exactly what I said when I watched it?
Martine literally goes, Sam, why is he saying everything's great? This is turning point 3. I don't like this.
Yeah, it doesn't add up when you're saying that, like, you know what, life's actually not that bad. And then the title of the episode is Turning Point 3, which, if you've seen the show, you know the first 2 turning points were pretty fucking iconic. For those who don't know, we'll kind of go over it real quick. Turning Point 1 in the show, the first, like, really major thing to happen plot-wise was the mass teleportation of it. Essentially, things were going great. Rudeus was growing up, learning magic, as one does when you get isekai'd.
Became a teacher.
Became a teacher, right? Surpassed his teacher, you know, arguably. And then boom, just gets teleported to another part of the fucking world. Everybody does, actually. And we don't know why.
And is forced to grow up very quickly.
Very quickly with people that he just met. One who's like the Ruger, the superb race, who he's heard horrific stories about from his previous teacher, saying that like you need to stay away from them. They're
It's
horrible
crazy 'cause,
monsters,
like-
blah blah blah. And it's like the first person he meets when he gets teleported.
Surprise.
He ends up on the demon continent. That
Mhm.
is not a place for human children.
Yeah, like thousands of miles away from where he grew up. He has no idea where his parents are. They're all separated. His siblings also separated. Like nobody knows what the fuck is going on. So that is essentially turning point 1 and his journey. Oh, that all happened in season 1. His journey kind of like getting back home and him having an adventure, essentially, right? But
As a child, like
child.
as a child, he was put in like the worst case scenario because like growing up, you're like, this is like the worst place in our world,
Mhm.
and it's filled with these terrible people. And then you get there and it's just like, wow, these were like the nightmares my parents warned me of.
Horrors beyond my wildest
have-
comprehension.
Yes.
But he made the most of it. I mean,
he even ended up like getting that demon eye because he was like, "I'll play with you, little
Oh,
kid."
yeah.
So
yeah, a lot of growth.
Think about it. There was even a moment he was ready to fucking flood an entire city.
I forgot about that one.
okay, well that was
and
turning
then-
point 1, the
Yeah, turning point one.
teleportation event.
Yes. Turning point 2.
God.
You want to take it away?
Mr. Donut.
He joined the donut club.
Exactly. Rengoku's got nothing on him. Not only did he get donuted, actually dies, gets brought back to life,
Mm-hmm.
and then realizes that, hey, I am not as strong as people like to think I am. And so,
Got a really rude awakening.
exactly, begins training, realizes that Orsted did some techniques on him he had never even heard of, disturbed his magic. First introduction to Orsted, where whole thing that set that off is Orsted basically just asking a random, innocent little question, y'all know the man god, Eris and Rudeus? No, they're not saying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Rudeus? Oh yeah, no, he's cool. He comes to visit and then boom, donut.
And then donut. Like, no hesitation on fucking sight.
So Orsted and the man god do not get along.
Mm-hmm.
But what was
And-
crazy is he still kept fighting after getting donated.
Mhm.
Just saying.
He was gonna shoot that like spell that he's been working on.
Mm-hmm.
Orsted had to bring out
Well-
that fucking mirror.
Rudeus saved him from being donuted, but then he gets his lung crushed afterwards. So
Okay, fair.
Richard put in work.
that was
Yeah.
Also, some of my favorite animation of the show
100%.
up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking amazing animation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
So essentially, yeah, he fucking dies again. And so that's turning point 2. So, as you can kind of tell, very major life events. So now we get to season 2, core 2. We get to turning point 3. And as soon as we saw the title, well, he brought it up to me actually. He was like, hey, you should look at the title for the next episode. And I was like, okay. And as soon as I read that, I'm like,
Oh shit.
holy shit, Sam, wait,
No,
what?
no.
Wait, no, I'm not ready. No, wait.
No.
Things were going like so good, and I'm expecting like the stuff on that level, right? And he's like, careful now, it is a major life event, but don't think about it too hard. Don't think about it as like, oh, like shit's gonna hit the fan and like he's gonna die again, or no, it's major, but be open-minded about it. And I was like, okay, cool. And I'm glad that you said that
Mhm.
because it was a turning point in life, but not the way we expected it.
Right.
Again, spoilers at this point, you already know. Homeboy's about to be a dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking Sophie's pregnant, and
Crazy.
that's crazy because he's growing up now.
Mhm.
They got married in this
They got
season.
and they got married.
Oh,
this
so
season
they
as
got
well, too.
married. When you get married in this world, you get that. You get a house with the marriage.
Mhm.
It's just-
Immediately.
that's how it works. Like you can't get married without the house.
And I think she even stated like it's hard for elves to bear children.
Correct.
So
And
like
so-
even the odds of them having that kid is astronomical.
He got some swimmers.
I mean,
Gray rat
They're
blood,
both
bro.
just horny as hell.
The gray rat blood, yeah.
Blood, man.
Not even the
He
gray
does
rat
take
blood.
after
Remember
Paul.
Sylphie? No, just Sylphie. Whenever she's talking with Ariel, she's just like, how many kids do I want? As many as you want. Like,
As many as you want.
she's over here humping the globe. Like, what the hell?
Dude, Sophie's
Sylphie's
a little
wild. Sylphie is.
more wild
Oh,
than I
guess
gave her
that
credit
is her
for.
grandma, huh?
I was about to say.
Yeah.
That was the other thing we found
that
out.
Oh
was
yeah,
another crazy thing
yeah.
we found out.
Elena Lice is her fucking grandmother. Never in my world did I think that was gonna be a thing. I also really like Elena Lice. I know she's horny elf, but like she's also wholesome elf. Like
Yeah.
you feel for her.
Well, she's loyal to what's his name, Glenn.
Cliff.
Cliff.
You just thought of the most generic white boy name ever. Like, what's his
Cliff.
name? Glenn.
You.
You weren't far off.
I got a good friend named Glenn, you dick.
I'm sorry,
Pretty
Glenn.
sure he listens to this podcast.
Sorry, Glenn. I love
Widow
you.
Glenn.
Hey, my name is
Hey.
Martin. So
Shut up, Martine. Anyways,
Really wishes Elena Lice was loyal to him. Let's be honest.
yeah,
It'd be
well,
a great
that's
problem to have.
that's why Glenn's making her making her a chastity belt.
oh my god, he made her a fucking chastity belt and I died.
Yeah, it was like we gonna use this. We gonna use this.
Because he's like trying to become a priest, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's like super religious. So it's like the most opposite pairing you could think of,
Mhm.
but I love it. I actually really like them.
He's like, nah, she can be saved. She's
I-
cursed. It's not her fault.
I can fix her.
I can fix her.
But she also recognizes like in him that like he has the potential to be the next pope,
Yes.
which is like they're so they're so wrong for each other, but at the same time they're
That's
so
what makes
right
them
for
perfect
each other.
for each
Yeah,
other, though.
like they also completely understand the other person.
And I really like it.
Opposites attract.
Yeah, no, it works. And I don't know, we didn't get too much from Alliance this season in general, but weirdly
for that
enough, I think it was
breakdown.
enough.
Mhm.
Yep.
Except for that whole episode dedicated to it. But like it was enough in my opinion to like make me still like her and
Yes.
not think of her as just like a random side character that needed more exposure or whatever.
I
It
think-
was just enough, and I thought that was really well done.
I think that's part of why I like the series so much is a lot of the time, especially with isekai, the side characters are purely just, there's no plot development with them. They're just there to basically show how strong the villain is.
Mm.
And so then the MC can come and
Yeah.
take care of them. But
Uh,
in Jobless, every single one matters. Each of them has their own plot development. So Cliff, first time we meet him is in that Eris OVA,
yeah.
where he's just an arrogant, cocky, hyper religious, just show off, thinks he's everything. And he's just been humbled throughout all of season 2. He's still super religious, but he's like, it's not Alliance's fault. She's that way. It's
He's
a
a lot
curse.
more open-minded now.
Yes, not as rigid. Zenoba's the same way. Just the
Zenoba's
first time you meet him, he literally trades
I love
away.
Zenoba.
He has to be probably my favorite side character.
He's such a
love
homie,
Zenoba,
man.
It was so funny. He was
That's my
holding
dude.
that doll, and it's just attacking, and he's just like, "I'm a blessed child." Like,
Like, you're not doing
he's
shit.
so funny.
It's like, can I keep it?
Can I keep it,
I'm like,
master?
master, please don't break it. I want it.
But he's so fucking loyal, though. I think that's his best quality. Is like, yeah, he's so damn strong, but he's also just like loyal as fuck to Rudy, and like that speaks volumes of the character that he is, But he also gives him really good advice,
Yes.
when needed, especially like towards the end, right there.
Mhm.
But we'll get to there.
He was
like,
even
but-
offering to watch the family
Yeah,
for 2 years.
that's so nice. Like, bro, get yourself a homie like Zenoba.
And like I'm gonna be honest, like knowing like if Zenoba was watching over my fucking family, I'm not worried. No, no.
Yeah.
No, nothing's getting through
Plus
that
then
wall.
there's what's his name? The big old forum dude.
Bodigati.
Body yaddy yaddy.
Oh,
Yeah, like
yeah.
he's also like a homie to Rudeus. Like, that's,
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got them what? Nah.
So much of his stuff had to get cut. But yes, as long as you can tell, he's basically the big bro. Zenoba's like the little bro. Bodigati's the big bro. Just, hey, shut up. We're all here to celebrate your wedding.
And that's another thing that I really like watching it with you, because you fill me in on stuff that the anime cuts out from the light novels and from the manga and stuff, because obviously your experience to the show is very different than mine. Mine is anime only. So you always kind of ask me questions like, hey, how did you feel about that? And then when I answer in a way that like shows you that like, okay, they still accomplished the goal of this episode by like making you feel a certain way, even with cutting specific scenes, I think that goes to show that it's a very well done adaptation.
Yes.
Because I didn't even have the context of what's shown in the light novel, but I still get to that same conclusion that he did with more information.
I was about to say. And a lot of what's cut, I think the Norn episode kind of breaks it down the best, where, so once again, spoiler alert, Norn has a depressive episode. She is sick and tired of everyone in her family just being geniuses, everyone in her family being perfect to everyone else when all she sees is flaws in them, and everyone wants to compare her to the rest of her family. Shut yourself.
Family shadow.
Yes. Shut yourself in, and then the whole episode, in terms of action, the only thing that happens, basically Rudy tries to figure out what's wrong and goes to visit her. But you see Rudeus thinking about his previous life. You see Rudeus going, whenever this happened to me, this is what set me down my negative path in my old life, or at least part of what set him down. So he has changed to the point where he now wants to not only be a better person himself, he's actively taking steps to try to help other people avoid his same mistakes. And so just the thought process he goes through the entire episode, I think that's probably what mostly gets cut. And the fact that they've been able to still cut so much of that and still get the message across that he is changing as a person, and that, yes, he is a terrible person in his old life. Whenever he opens the door and sees himself sitting there, he still acknowledges that.
I love
Oh,
that.
God, that-
Seeing that door open, oh my god, that was really, really well shot.
And then whenever Norn pulls the curtain back and just sees.
Yeah, the shot
Mhm.
through it with him there.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really good.
But yeah, I haven't met a single person who's like, adaptation. The biggest complaint I see online is people saying the adaptation seems slow, which, if it seems slow, it's because you're focusing and trying to view it as a shonen where you need constant action. And really, in my opinion, what I enjoy most with isekai is when there's not a ton of action, quite honestly. It's all about how is this world different than the previous one, and just what was I in my old world and how can I be different here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up because we actually had a really long conversation once we finished the last Turning Point episode, because that's one of the things that I think I gravitate towards the most about this show is that out of the isekai I've seen, which I know has not been a lot, but out of the handful I have, I love how this show does a good job of not forgetting his old life and having the main character make choices and decisions based off of his previous experiences and trying to be a better person and help those in this new world. So he's essentially immersed himself into this new world. He's not really trying to go back to that old world. He's like, no, I'm here now. I have another chance to be a better version of myself. And if I see the same problems that I went through, for example, with Norn being a shut-in and going through those same things, how can I help her? How can I do what I wish someone would have done for me, basically? And I think that's really, really nice because it adds that extra layer of depth to the show that a lot of other isekai sometimes I feel lack. A lot of other isekais are sometimes so focused on the power fantasy of like, oh my god, I can do so much stuff. And then they dive headfirst into that. You kind of even forget that they were another person in another life, It's just now it feels more fantasy than isekai. And I think isekai specifically should be about the idea of being moved to another world, right? That's the core foundation of it. And you're not just going to forget your entire life. Some of that's got to stick with you, and it should carry over into this other life. And I think that's a really important thing that Mushoku Tensei nails. And I'm sure there probably are a lot of other isekai that do as good of a job. I just may have not seen them, but that's what I love about this show specifically.
And then the comparison with Nanohoshi, who is that one who's I need to get back to the point that she has a depressive breakdown as well.
Yeah, that was hard to watch.
Yeah,
and
it
then,
was.
And then again, the side characters come through. The side characters are the ones that actually save that story. Cliff and Zenova working together and being like, hey, that doll? Break it down.
Bro, what the fuck is up with that doll?
Look, that's clearly somebody was doing some high level shit. All right, and Zenoba's been examining it, and he figured out complex magic circles from that. That's
I
pretty
swear
cool.
to God, if we find out this house belonged to fucking
Orsted.
Lapis, what is that? What it is?
Laplace, yeah.
Yeah,
Who is that?
that's like the dude who fucking split the fucking road.
That's the dude who cursed the Suspaired
Right.
by
Oh.
giving them
Remember,
the
like
curse
that was
spheres.
the era before they're like currently in was the Lapis era.
He's number 4 on the strongest in the world
Right.
list.
Right.
What's her name that gave him the eye?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when she described Rudeus to I already forgot his fucking name.
Lapis.
Laplace. Yeah.
No, the forum guy.
Bodyguardi.
Yeah, bodyguard. When she described it to him, she described Rudeus as somebody whose mana like exceeded that of Lapis.
Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's kind of important.
Again, it's been a minute since that first season, and then there's so much to it. Those little details are super important. That's why I think it's worth like paying attention and like watch the show.
There's a very
that's probably one of my biggest mysteries is like who really was Lapis like during that time.
Because you hear different stories too. To the demon world, he was this hero who was trying to protect them from humanity. Well, to humanity, he was this evil dude who was trying to take over the world. So there's no, again, it's shades of gray versus a straight answer. It's
the Doflamingo concept.
not the flamingos is evil.
There are no
There's no good and evil,
There's no good and evil. There are only winners and losers.
Yes.
which is a great quote.
It's a phenomenal quote,
It's
man.
so damn good. Like, how do you argue against something like that?
But I think it's especially true in a story like this where there is so much controversy that it is important to realize that, every narrator, people can have different agendas. People can have things where, you think that they're good for half the story and then they can surprise you. So to your concern about Laplace, keep in mind, not everything is as it seems.
Okay.
So I am curious about how y'all feel about some of the characters based off of just what I'm reading online versus what I know. And then, so just out of curiosity, overall, we've only encountered Hitagami now a couple of times, but he's
Man
appearing.
God, right?
Yes, Man God. But every time there's a turning point, he shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he's talking to Rudeus, he's giving him good advice. Trust Rudyard. And guess what? Rudeus probably, if not for him,
Died.
well, yes, he definitely would have died. And then, but Roxy had told Rudeus, hey, avoid the Superb. And God tells him, trust him. Because of that, Rudyard takes them all the way back across the Demon Continent, across basically the entire world. Rudyard's now on an entirely different continent because of it. And
He's in a different hemisphere.
Yes. They basically went all around the world. There's a map, and
Oh, he showed me a map of the world. It's fucking crazy seeing actually how far he went to get back home.
Holy shit.
And so, yeah. And then Turning Point 2, obviously, whenever Rudeus is about to die, he pops up for a second. It's like, yeah, that Orsted guy, yeah. Never see him again. And then now he gave him the advice at Turning Point 3 to, hey, I told you before, don't go to Bergeret. Trust me, dude, don't go to Bergeret. It's not a good time for you. So I'm just curious what overall y'all think of him so far.
Didn't he also give him the advice that would lead to him finding
Aisha.
yeah.
Yes.
And her mom.
And got him the demon eye.
Yeah. That seemed more to his advantage though.
In what way?
Because the moment after he got the eye,
He could see
He-
things
they,
better for him.
yeah, he forced him to essentially use the eye to a higher degree.
To see in the future.
Interesting. Okay.
I do remember them showing that. I don't. Do you? At this point, Man God just seems like somebody's kind of bored.
He's benevolent, it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'll help you because I want to see if you can do it. But if you can't, it doesn't matter.
It's kind of like a dude playing with an ant farm.
Yeah.
I don't think
yeah,
he
but
has
I feel
Rudy's
like-
best interest in his
I
mind.
feel like he's doing something. I don't fully trust him.
Me either.
I feel like he's got something going on or something he didn't tell us, right? Because Orsted got an issue with him, and there's a reason behind that. We don't know that reason.
Yeah, I was telling Sam that, from even a few days ago, I don't trust the Man God, honestly, at all. I think that he's just withheld so much information that he has to have some kind of ulterior motive for why he wants Rudy to go down this specific path. And yeah, this path has it has been good to Rudy overall. He's gotten a family and now a kid, and he's gotten super powerful and all that stuff. Sure, if you look at it surface level, but also what we were talking about in the car, why is every time that he gives them direction or advice, it's always kind of also avoiding Roxy or going against Roxy in general? Because the first piece of advice was trust the person that Roxy told you to completely stay away from, right? The second one, when he was getting the demon eye and everything, they kept crossing paths but never meeting, right? That entire time.
Yeah, that was frustrating
It was
watching
so
that. I was
frustrating. They're in the same city and they just would not meet, right? And then this third one is him telling him, hey, don't go over to, with Paul and Roxy and all of them, stay here and do this. And this is kind of the first time that he's going against that and will probably meet Roxy.
I'm gonna throw up.
And I just don't know what the fuck is going to happen
I
now.
am not gonna lie. You pointing out all these dots makes my stomach.
I know. Dude, I came to that realization as I parked today. It was freaking
Whenever he
out.
started just theory crafting, I'm like, interesting. Let's shut up and keep this. But so yeah,
He's doing the thing that I do to y'all where he writes down things that I say if they're right. So I won't know for a while. But Lord have mercy.
That is interesting.
Mhm.
It's just too much of a coincidence in my opinion. And I know that Roxy's gonna play a very important role in the rest of the story. I just don't know what exactly. And I actually do hope we know more, because I think as of right now she's probably one of my lesser favorite characters. I don't dislike her, but we just don't.
We
We
just
haven't seen
had
her.
enough
No.
time with
Yeah.
her in a while.
Exactly.
And like, let's be honest, that was Sylphie at the end of season 1.
Agreed. Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't give a fuck.
We didn't care
Exactly.
about her.
Now she's best girl.
Exactly.
Oh, it also
mean-
helped
I
having
mean-
that episode 0, right?
Mhm.
Right at the beginning of the season. Right.
Like by the end of like season 1, like we all were like, "Fuck Eris." I'm sorry.
Speak
I'm sorry.
for
That's
yourself.
just me. I put her at the bottom. Then Sylphie. Then Roxy. Now I'm kind of just like, still fuck Eris. I'll put Roxy in the middle, and then Sylphie's right there.
That actually segue. I was about to ask. Now that we have Sylphie over here, have we kind of just completely forgotten about Eris? Are we done with
No,
Eris? We
I'm
never want
waiting
to see
for
her
the day
again,
she
or-
returns
Mm-hmm.
eagerly.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for us to
You never
get our second and third wife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So you've been
Yeah.
spoiled a little bit. Okay.
yeah. I'm waiting to see it happen. I mean, Paul basically did it.
Like, yeah, it's not that far out there to assume, yeah, it's probably going to happen. Especially with the conversation that Rudy had with Ruger when he came to drop off Norn and Aisha. Remember, like, Rudy was all like, yeah, no, she left me, blah, blah, blah. And, like, I'm probably never going to see her. And then Ruger's like, don't assume, you know, that she hates you, or, you know, don't assume her feelings. Like, she's not good at communicating. She may have a different reason that you just haven't heard. So give her a chance.
I
Like,
love
don't-
that he knows her. Like,
Yeah.
he's able to, outside perspective from Rudy, be like, listen, bro, she may have changed a bit since then, but
Yeah.
like, at that time, this is who she was.
Yeah, and she did what she thought was best, and maybe she just didn't communicate it the best way. That doesn't mean that there was ill intent behind it. Like,
See, and this is like, you're never supposed to have these conversations through like words and letters. You're supposed to have a conversation. Shit gets misconstrued.
Yeah,
No.
he said she was always bad at communicating. She
Mhm.
was.
Very much so.
He could have misread it.
it just happened to ruin
He
his.
could have wrote it out, meaning it one way, and then he read it and he was like, "She hates me."
And also, he was
But
like,
in reality, she was just like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I'm not strong enough for you. Like, I need to."
exactly. That's basically it. That's basically what it is. Like, that's what I believe. I don't think she actually left because she didn't want to be with him. It was like, no, I want to be strong enough to
I'm
protect you
holding
because
you
I care
back.
about you that much.
Holding
That's what
you
I'm
back.
reading into.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see it. I could see it that way.
The
I mean,
one-
every single time. Sorry, every single time that she like made a significant improvement, he got some kind of hacks. Like when he got his eye, and he's just
Yeah,
like,
that was
"Ah, let me shit on you." And then even Rujared was like, "That was kind of fucked up, bro. She's been training for months, and you just shit on her. You destroyed her confidence.
Yeah.
Go apologize. Let her win."
At least
Richard-
once, please.
Yeah, Richard always had like both of their backs. Like, he really was such a good role model. He's like, y'all, he's like babysitting these fucking children. He's like, y'all, you're being a fucking dick. You need to talk better. Like,
Fucking powerful ass children.
Yes.
Like that was what was crazy.
In Rudeus' defense, his like role model for what a teacher was Paul. Okay, you guys are gonna look me in the eyes and tell me Paul let him win? Bullshit.
this is true.
No, Paul beat the shit out of him.
Yes.
This is
Every
very
chance he
Paul-
got.
Like the moment Rudeus probably, got the little leg up or like showed some improvement, Paul
down.
immediately was like, God technique.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
He's like, you ain't shit.
I just want to remind you I'm up here, you're still down there.
But that's good though. I think that's a better way to do it than like the participation trophy method. Like, you're doing so good, you're so strong.
That's what Roxy's for.
There you go.
I mean, yeah.
I'm so proud of you. Yeah, and then Paul's just like, no, you pick up that sword or I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah.
When she showed up, she was like, "This kid's nothing special. Let's see him prove himself first."
There's a solid second where Paul was like, bet he's gonna be a swordsman.
He's like, yes.
Finally.
Fuck this made shit.
Right.
See, it would have been cool to see him like actually master some of the North style.
Yes,
I want to see him throw some fucking swords. It
You
seems so
do, though.
slimy.
With Luke though,
So,
are you talking about that fight?
yeah.
Oh,
Rudeus,
that's true.
Bro,
That's
he
true.
pulled up. I was not
dog
expecting
walked
him.
his ass.
Rudeus has hands.
Yeah.
He does, but I want to see more. Like I want to see like mainly just him fighting like an actual fight.
I get like for like this season, like where they've been, like all he's really gonna do is it really advance in his magic works. But like
That is the point of the school. I mean,
yeah, and like so I understand that he doesn't really have anybody there to challenge him on his swordsmanship, like Eris. So like,
I mean, the fact that he was training on his own and was still that far outclassing Luke, I think shows that he does have that skill. Maybe not to the point where he would be as strong as Paul, but enough to shit on Luke, who is, I thought, significantly more experienced, you know, out in the real world with swords and shit. But the fact that he was able to just do that.
which means he'd probably get dog walked by Eris.
Isn't Ghislaine a sword god?
Yes, she is.
She's a king, but
Sword
yes.
Oh,
Okay, so
she's a king?
he was trained
Sword
by a
king.
sword
Oh,
king.
okay.
Sorry. So yeah, the ranking system.
How much training did he get from Ghislaine? I don't remember.
I think that was 2-3 years that he
And
was
then,
there.
and then he
Years of
trained with
training.
Eris, who was like an adept swordsman.
Mhm.
But then remember, Rugier was also like training her and like indirectly training him.
Mhm. I was about to say, so Eris becomes what's called advanced tier on their trip home from the Demon Continent.
Okay.
Rudeus was still able to keep up with her with the Demon Eye.
Yeah, with the eye.
Right.
Okay.
Luke is the tier below that,
Mhm.
intermediate, but intermediate is still not weak. Intermediate is basically like a career professional, like a knight would be intermediate.
Okay, that's a good way to like
It's
establish.
just
Well,
not
well,
like
and it-
perfected.
Yeah.
Exactly.
'Cause he didn't even use his demon eye on that fight. He just
He in the book he did, but he was literally like, dude, he's moving slow as hell because he's used to fighting against Eris,
like
sparring
way
with
faster
Richard.
people.
Yes.
He's like, I don't even need to. Like
Exactly.
okay, that's cool though that he didn't really need to use the eye.
And so that's the advanced tier. And then at the end of season 1, I hope we get, just like we got episode 0 for Sylphia, I hope we get episode 0 for Eris because, yes, after,
She leaves.
well, so after the fight with Orsted, fight, Rudeus is training to try to duplicate what Orsted did, where he canceled magic out, and so this was cut. But in Eris's mind, she's going, "Oh crap!" He thinks he's gonna run into him again and wants to fight him again. That's just how her brain operates. So she took off with Ghislaine because she's advanced tier. To get to the higher tiers of swordsmanship, and so it goes advanced, saint, king, emperor, and then god.
Oh, emperor. Then okay.
Yeah. To get to those higher ranks, you have to learn specific techniques that are not taught anywhere else except a specific area. And so that's Eris's training arc has kind of been going on because in her mind, like you said, she views herself as weak in comparison to Rudy. And they just got dog walked by Orsted.
Yeah.
She needs to get stronger too.
That's cool.
I get it though. Like he's a water saint,
Yes.
and
Well-
she's not even. Well, she's advanced.
Yes. Correct. It's not a true. This is where we get into power scaling. But so keep in mind, I think this was also cut. Whenever we see him launch that attack at Orsted, that rock, and then that fireball that actually damaged Orsted's hand a little bit, that was not Saint tier, that was not advanced. What he's able to do, because he's a chantless mage, is cast lower level spells and just jack them full of mana and give them additional attributes. So with his stone cannon, anyone else who casts that using a chant, it's a weak little just rock flies at him and hits him. He was able to make that into basically a bullet, spin it, launch it like a rocket, to the point that you find out later it was basically Emperor tier magic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And he was young too.
And then he used it against the dragon, too, the actual dragon he took down at the beginning of part 2.
Yeah. You know, I'm so excited for the rest of this season because we haven't seen Rudy really have to try that hard since the very beginning of this season or the end of season 1.
Yes.
He killed Bodigatti with that.
Yeah.
He one-shot him.
Yeah.
Like popped up and was like, good shit, bro. You killed me. that was crazy.
That was a cool scene. I love it when he showed up.
Yeah. No, Rudeus is strong. He doesn't have the titles. Do not mean everything. Is all I'll say. So yes, officially he's just a saint ranked magician, but he's chantless.
Well,
can
but
disturb
you just
magic.
gave me like the ranking, right?
Yes.
And it's like Saint is pretty high up there. 'Cause you have Saint, King, Emperor, God.
Yes.
He's just like 4 tiers down from God.
And that's just like what's been professionally like named. Like if he
Yes.
actually went all out, I'm sure it'd be probably a lot higher. It's kind of like, you know how this is a weird comparison, but like Sung Jin-woo was an E rank, but
Oh, yeah.
he was not. He is
Yes.
definitely an A rank at least in this point in the anime.
Mhm.
You know, they just haven't been tested yet
Mm-hmm.
until he shows up and
When they
becomes
finally
more.
test him, he's like, he's like,
Like, oh, he broke the scale.
Yeah. Well, and then even with advanced. So in season 1, whenever, if y'all remember, they were in the Beast Village, and they fought one of the kidnappers. He was technically saint ranked. He's above Paul.
The dude who threw that sword at Rudy and the girl.
Not when he was bringing Eris back. Whenever they were in the actual village itself, and it was
Oh,
Rudeus,
okay.
Geese, the dog versus that one dude. That dude was a saint. Paul is advanced, but Paul can use all 3 sword styles. So one of the questions is, was that guy stronger than Paul? And I'm not gonna spoil anything, but just wait and see. Paul even.
I want to see
You-
Paul
you
pop
can-
off.
I was about to say, you can see in the opening, Paul's coming back.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all decide how strong you think Paul is versus someone we fought in season 1. So, just because you're advanced, it's also what can you do with those. Each one does something differently. One is attack, one is defense, one is about mobility.
That
Paul
makes
is also
sense. I like that you're not just like stuck at like a specific title, and just because you're that, you're automatically better than the
Yes.
others. You can be a lower rank, but significantly more skilled, and like, you know, fine tuning these techniques to where you could surpass someone with a higher rank than you.
Exactly.
That's a really, I love that. That shows so much more effort and like thought into a power system, in my opinion. That's fucking, dude, that is a contender for best power systems, or at least best magic systems. Magic, I mean, and sword,
I don't disagree.
I guess just power system.
I like it a lot better than Nen.
Oh god, here we go.
What the fuck, bro?
Podcast over, get out.
I mean, pretty much anything is possible as long as you stack the magic circles. We learned, so
Yes.
it's not
Different ways of utilizing magic.
accurate.
That's-
Summoned a water bottle.
But that was a water bottle from another world.
That water bottle got isekai'd.
Probably that's what happens.
What if it was a person, but you don't know it was a person, and they got isekai and turned into a water bottle? Now they have an entire series. The time I got
It's
isekai
in
as a
production
water
right
bottle.
now. That time I got reincarnated as a water bottle. It's the spin-off to Mushoku Tensei.
It's a spin-off of the vending machine one.
Yep.
You have to like spend points to refill your liquid.
You have different liquids.
This is dumb.
Thank you.
Speaking of liquid, G Fuel.
Oh, spoiler warning.
Oh, that was a beautiful fucking ad placement.
There was something that I had mentioned to you. Whenever they were able to start like summoning the water bottle, for example, it shows that okay, it's possible. Right?
Yes.
And I don't even know the context of this conversation, but like, what was stopping them from like advancing that to the point where like, what if they got transportation, like a bike, a car? They should just fucking do that to move around faster. And you're like, oh, interesting. And I'm like, no fucking way.
I can kind of explain a little bit why they can't right now. It was addressed last episode. So, Nanohoshi has a plan. She's going to start basic, like one element. It's just plastic, basic shape. Then she's going to try to get a plant. Then she's going to try to get, like, I think it says like a rodent or something.
Yeah, like a small animal, like a mouse.
You gotta work all the way up to a monkey.
Yeah.
Right. And so the issue is, as you get additional complexity in your summoning, the circle gets bigger and more complex. So she just learned about stacking circles a couple episodes ago. That's huge. The idea of transporting something like a bike that has, okay, then you're focusing on the gears, you're thinking about the plastics, you're thinking about the handles, the rubber seat. There are so many things that make up what we think of as just a basic thing. She's not able to at this point. So
Oh man, is it like coding something into a game?
100%.
Oh
Yes.
my
That's-
god, that fucking sucks. Dude. Oh, dude, it's gonna take forever.
Oh my god.
She should give up.
And trying to do like a human body. Oh my god, that's gonna
Yeah,
take
you're
fucking
gonna code
ever.
all of that?
Nah, what you talking about? Full Metal taught us that we're not.
I
made
told
up
him
of
the
a lot
same
of shit,
thing. I was like,
bro.
she should just talk to Edward, man. He seems like he got it figured out.
We do it in a
But
week.
how do you code a soul?
I
No,
worry about
that's-
that with somebody else.
That's part of
The equation.
Oh dear God.
I could possibly. Y'all are reaching dangerous territory, is all I'm saying. So be very careful with that idea.
And I also had another theory that I told him that he also said, "Oh, that's interesting," and I'm like, "Fuck." It was around Orsted and maybe why he hates the man god so much. So the fact that like we met Nanahoshi and she was also like isekai'd into this world, who's to say there are not more people?
How's she just chilling with him, bro? Where did he
Right?
find her?
What if Orsted was also isekai'd, but he was isekai'd way before Rudy and Nanahoshi and everything? And what if like he did have an interaction with the man god initially, kind of had a similar experience to like Rudy, right? And like learned that the man god did not have his best intentions in mind based off the advice that he was giving him, said, "Fuck you, man god," goes off and does his own thing or whatever. And maybe that's why he has so much beef with the man god and anyone associated with him.
So yeah, when you hear like, "Oh, I know the man god, he visits me in my dreams," it's like, "Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm about to fucking kill you because I know what you are."
Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. What could be the reason why?
You're-
he does
you're
this?
like-
So, oh, good.
I was gonna say, it seems like whoever the man god kind of like isekais, that individual becomes some form of like a herald for the man god,
Maybe.
kind of like how Galactus does with the Silver Surfer.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
That's an interesting comparison. Okay.
Kind of cool idea.
like it's the man god putting his own piece on the chessboard.
How many gods are there?
So this is a blink if you miss it thing that isn't covered. But one of the school episodes, you see it's an outline of a solar system. In the middle, you see a 6-sided cube.
That's the world, right?
Correct.
The fuck?
What should be the world. We are on, and I don't think this is spoiler territory because this is only addressed in a side story after the fact, but we are on one facet of that cube. So to answer your question, there possibly are 6 different gods. So gods get confusing because there's the rank, God,
and
and then
the actual deity.
right. So actual deity,
Mm-hmm.
initially there was one, and then he created the world. Each facet was governed by one of the gods.
So each side
Has one.
has
Correct.
a god. So there should be 6
So,
gods,
and there was,
but we see one.
correct. So there was dragon, demon, sky, sea, human, and beast. Each one had their own individual.
Whoa.
They're now all in one.
They all got merged together.
Okay, see, so some crazy shit happened
Yes.
that caused the world to be rewritten, and the man god is sketchy as fuck. So he's
Or-
probably involved in that shit.
This is, I think y'all are in. So I like where y'all are going with this, but at the same time, keep in mind, with shades of gray and who's right and who's wrong, there, even when you think you understand everything, there may be more that you don't understand. So just like those teleportation circles, it's layers.
There's layers.
You
It's
always
like an
say so
onion.
much without saying anything at all, Yoda.
You know, I realized something. I understand why these two are fucking good friends. They can talk about a series the other person hasn't seen enough and just be completely fucking vague. And like, you guys like to just you do, like with One Piece, he just likes to egg us on, just, like honey
What was
pot
that?
us.
Like grabbing our
He's
balls?
honeypotting us.
This is what it's like,
He's
huh?
honeypotting us. He plays with your balls, but he doesn't stroke the shaft. That's exactly.
God
that's
damn, what a
exactly-
letdown.
See? Like it's
No.
like it's like
You
it's
should
like it's like
never
if they blew on your butthole, but then I actually lick it. I can keep these going.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Blew on it. I'm ready.
The
These
Anime
are
Alchemists
literally the
Podcast.
conversations we fucking have all the time. That's why I was so glad that he could come back and like talk to you guys about it to hear y'all's fucking thoughts, because I may have my own theories, but y'all also again have watched so much more isekai than I do and are way more familiar with the genre that you could come up with way better shit than I could.
Exactly. So
Bro, this shit's crazy. This shit
Mhm.
crazy.
I guess I'll end it with basically just keep in mind as we go on, you're going to see more and more interesting plot points develop. Everything in season 2 was important, even if it was a little boring at times. I understand that criticism, but again, layers. You're gonna peel
Setup.
back
I
bits and
appreciate
pieces.
that.
Look, if you
Animes
can't-
are like ogres.
Yes.
Ogres
stink?
are like onions.
Onions have layers.
Ogres have layers. Animes have layers.
Cakes have
animation
layers.
has layers.
Wait, what?
Animation has layers. Cakes
Animation
do
has-
have layers. Croissants have layers.
Layers, people. That's the secret.
Layers. Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
Okay. Let's add another layer to this real quick. Isekai in general.
Dude, we're getting so many good ones right now.
Hold on. What are we at?
106.
106. Your call. I don't know.
I said we can talk about isekai in general.
Yeah.
Isekai in general, we kind of threw in there because we did talk about like how much we both love Mushoku Tensei, but then also comparing to other animes and kind of seeing like what their strengths are. Because like I'm not gonna compare them and say which one's better, but like we have Konosuba, for example, just came back. Slime also has come back.
They offer different things.
They offer a lot of different things. So I don't think it's a fair argument to say like, well, this is better than this or this is better than that, because no, they're not trying to do the same shit. I think Mushoku Tensei is so much more complex and it works. I don't think the other ones should be that complex. I think what they focus on is just as good, right?
Yes. Because, okay, so somebody, I think it was you earlier talked about how you like a series that it takes those moments where it's not all shonen. Like there's world building aspects, there's government in play, and so like I've heard a lot of shit recently about people not fucking with the new season of Slime because the past I think it's like 5 or 6 episodes have just been politics.
Oh yeah, he said the same thing. Yeah.
That's the best part.
I was about to say, you don't need a giant fight to have action and setup. Whenever there's that much action going on behind the scenes,
Bro,
you
they
know
can
it's
shit out
set
a
up.
good fight scene at any point.
Any fucking point.
Yeah,
There's
it
so
doesn't
many
mean
characters
anything if there's no like meaning behind it. I don't care for a flashy fight if I don't know why they're even fighting or
What are the
point is.
stakes?
What are the stakes? Yeah.
I think
I want to see people die for reasons.
And it's like a lot of people have forgotten like a demon lord was born. He wiped out an entire civilization's fucking army.
And like Loki is now taking control of the country from the inside and creating a puppet government.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot going on that landscape, and we gotta enjoy it.
you can't just gloss over it.
There's like, look, you get this kind of politics in like shows like Code Geass, which that happened a long time ago. One Piece, which we're getting drip fed little bits of that politics. Just enjoy it.
Enjoy the ride. It's all gonna connect eventually. Right? I don't want everything to just be given to me in the first episode. Like, give me something to look forward to and make me care about their world, especially if you're a fucking isekai. That's kind of your thing.
Yeah.
Right?
I was about to say, unless you can do, that's why I think, sorry, going back to Jobless real quick, with stakes, the whole point of season 2 is to set up the stakes for Turning Point 3. He can't make the decision to go save his parents because he's established friendships. He has established his own family.
Yeah.
He's established
A life,
literally
a whole
he's gonna have
life.
a kid.
Yeah, it's not that easy to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go save. Like, it's not. You're not going on an
Come back
adventure.
and
You
you're
have,
two.
you have people you care about that will be affected by this decision. It wasn't easy. There's no right or wrong answer.
Like imagine being gone and Sylvie dies in childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
He'd
that.
never
that would
forgive
be-
himself
that-
for
No,
it.
he wouldn't. It'd be terrible.
Stakes take time to build.
Yes.
And he
Regard-
can't take her with him.
No.
She's with child.
Liability.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
Regardless of how strong she is.
yeah, for the people that said the whole first half of Jobless was really, really boring. Like, it was slow. I'll give you that, but it wasn't slow and like pointless. It was slow because it was literally his journey of overcoming, his deficiencies left behind by the scars of someone that he trusted, and then also growing to overcome that, meet new people, make the most of it, establish new bonds, friendships, relationships, and reuniting with a loved one, basically, and starting a new chapter of his life. When you explain it like that, how can you say that it's not important and not worth watching, right?
Yes.
Because now it just makes every decision he makes afterwards that much more impactful, right?
Mm-hmm. And you watch. No. Like going back to the slime thing. Everybody that's been talking shit, saying how it's been boring. The moment shit pops off, guess what? Y'all are gonna run your mouth, and I'm gonna bitch slap you.
I will say though, I agree with all the complaints I've been seeing about episode, or I don't even know. Is it 8?
No.
I don't even know what the episode number is, but the fan service, the the tentacle attack episode. That's a thing that
God.
happened.
Do I want to know about that?
It's not as bad as it sounds, but it is very much fan service, and it's not
Okay.
just the women.
I mean, the show is called That Time I Got Reincarnated by a Slime. Or as a
know,
slime.
I know, but it's not him. It's not his tentacles.
It's not his slime.
I mean, like the best, like one of the best parts of that anime is like it does have, excuse me, those super comical moments, those like very fan service moments, like fucking what's his name is loves manga and like,
Okay, but that
loves
yeah, I
to
guess you're right.
reenact
I guess
Goku.
you're right.
Like we get to see one of the most powerful characters in that anime power up like a Super Saiyan.
And then use a Kamehameha.
And then use a fucking Kamehameha. Like, you're gonna tell me that's not, yeah, that's absolute fan service.
So meta.
It's,
Okay, well,
it makes sense though. Like, they make it make sense
I
though.
believe it.
Like, because the dude before he, like,
don't
died.
explain it. Don't explain it.
He was like, you told me before.
Oh, yeah,
he was like a
otaku.
big fan of Dragon Ball and everything.
well, no, he was an otaku.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. No, like, and that makes sense to me. Even from someone who hasn't seen it, like, it's fine. I think that's cool. It's interesting. And Mushoku Tensei could never do something like that, but that's why it works for Slime, because it's established that, like, hey, there's stuff. Again, see, that's what maybe I don't resonate with it, but Slime is a good isekai for the sheer fact that it brings references from the other world into this new one, and they, like, it makes a difference. Plot related or not, fan service or not, it at least recognizes that there was a previous life.
You would really like Moonlight Fantasy.
It keeps
Oh,
popping
bro.
up, and you've been talking a lot of really good
So
about it.
good.
That one
Really
constantly
likes
references.
How about let's not convince me? You already did a convincing for me. Maybe
Have you seen Moonlight Fantasy?
I have not.
Oh.
Go for it.
Is it brand new this season?
No.
is it old? Okay.
Second season
There's a second season, and it's like,
came out.
This is why I like bringing guests. That way they can convince them.
I would say it's
not
like
me.
another, like, I think there's like 24, 25 episodes out of it.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, it is fucking phenomenal. So, the main character gets isekai'd, but like in the middle of his isekai, another god that he had, like, his family had, like, low-key kind of like just taught him about and like taught him to like respect and understand. He stopped it, gave him a blessing before he went on to meet this other world god, and she was a bitch. She said she was like, you're ugly, and I already picked my heroes, so I'm just gonna banish you to the like edges of the earth.
The Shadow Realm.
Oh, and because I can, I'm gonna give you the ability to speak every species language except for common, which is what like humans speak, but it's humans with the Y.
Yeah. So like he can communicate with every species in that planet except humans. Like he just does not have the ability to talk.
I can see how that would be interesting, because then, yeah, I was about to say, he would have to work. He comes back as a human, right?
He like has the same body.
Okay, so
But in that universe, humans are just fucking gorgeous. Like,
Yeah.
Like think like, you know how elves are like kind of erotic even though they shouldn't be.
yes.
Kind of like that.
pause was so loud. He's like, how do I answer this?
I'm like, where's this going?
Kind of like that.
Yes.
Kind of like
Okay.
that. Just like they're overly attractive. Just everybody is.
Mm-hmm.
I do
So
love
so like
elves.
in that universe, he fits in with the monsters and the.
Like the demi-humans.
Right. Okay.
They're like,
Oh,
oh, you're
man.
pig people.
Yeah. Like he like runs into like a dude who's like, I think he's like a dog species, and he's like, why does this guy look so familiar? And then he realized he's like, oh, he kind of looks like me. Is that why everybody thinks I'm a monster? Is that why everybody thinks I'm so ugly?
Oh, that's horrible.
Is because I look so similar to fucking demi-humans?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked.
I just realized the connection. Yeah, the goddess or god called him ugly. Everyone is calling him ugly.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. I had to make that connection. Got it.
And so like one of the first relationships he makes is with like this super powerful dragon. And the whole reason she liked him is like she searched through his memories. And she found out that like he had like watched and like researched and learned about so many different like Japanese lore and like his history that she fell in love with that. She loves like classic Japanese like kind of like action like films.
Mhm.
And so is like, I want to make a pact with you. Okay? And so like I'm going to give you part of my power. You just, share these memories with me.
Mhm.
come to find out, like, due to the blessing that he got from that guy that like caught him in between the isekai, he was way more fucking powerful than like he's let on.
Gotcha.
Like he has like a whole level of like adaptation to mana that nobody else does. So like he ends up becoming the overpowering force in this relationship, and so like this dragon ends up taking on aspects of him. He like takes on a human form.
Right.
And so
It's cool though, because this is the Dragon of Mist, right?
Mhm.
And like you know, it's typically hidden by mist valleys, right? And so
Twin
she
Peaks?
has like she does have some Twin Peaks, but there's
Blue Hair
like a valley that is essentially surrounded by fog,
Mhm.
right? And they call it the demi-plane. It's like a separate plane of existence,
Okay.
and
it's like his own little pocket dimension.
yeah, and
Oh.
you know, she had
Oh.
that. She had like
Mhm.
the ability to create that. And so whenever they made that contract, it took on a bunch of traits of like actual Japan,
Right.
Mhm.
right? So it's like a slice of home, even though he can't go home.
And like as his own power
That
increases,
sounds so broken.
it is. As his own power increases, like the size of that like dimension grows, and like it's like actually like growing to like the size of about Japan.
He's gonna take over the whole world eventually.
No, but
Make
it's cool
everyone
'cause,
Japanese.
Like the area he's in is barren wasteland.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's the outskirts of the world. Is like there's nothing out there.
Gotcha.
Like monsters barely survive. Sometimes they're eating each other to survive. Like families eating each other. It's fucked up. They have no resources, and he comes in and he's like, "Well, you don't seem that bad. You taught me how to use magic.
You guys just
Hop
hop
in
my
here.
hop in
Like,
my bed.
you could definitely survive easier in there. Go in there."
Yeah. Okay. And what was that called again? I didn't write that down.
It's
Tsukimichi, Moonlight Fantasy.
Moonlight Fantasy. Okay.
it's
It's always in the most popular on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
It's like on the front page. Even
Uh-huh.
I see it like all the time.
Gotcha. No,
solid,
I'm not watching anything right now. I'll check it out.
solid dub.
I do like dubs.
I've also been trying to convince him to watch Soul Eater, but we can say that for next time.
He talked
Oh.
all about the power stuff and nothing about like the actual politics or
Yes.
anything, which is why he was recommending it. But that's okay.
If only Sam was to come on another episode sometime soon.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, no.
Well,
I
miss you,
wonder.
hey,
Sam.
hey, have y'all been watching Konosuba?
I have not been.
I'm gonna binge it.
Everybody here disappoints me.
Konosuba-
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Sam, for coming by. Hopefully, we
Absolutely.
see you soon. You know,
Yeah.
we
If you
never
guys
know
want
when.
Sam back on the podcast, just let us know.
Or not. If you hate me, cool.
If you hate him, he's gonna come back. It's like,
Put
hey,
those in
Us
comments, too.
because they ain't us.
hate this
Peanut butter and jealous.
God damn it. Alchemist out.
Alchemist out.
Miss out.